Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Enrichment, where we talk to small business owners and entrepreneurs on strategies and best practices. Although small businesses are often at a disadvantage when competing with bigger companies, they can have one advantage. They can always be smarter than the competition. So let's get right to it. This week, our subject is the value of knowledge. Many people are obsessed with tracking interest rates on mortgages, other types of loans, rates of return on investments. Historically, these rates can fluctuate wildly. In 1981, I was living in Dallas, Texas. We were looking for a house, and mortgage rates were over 18%. Now in 2022, or in 2022, they were hovering around 3% or less. In 1980, the yield on a 10-year treasury bond was a whopping 16%. Rates in 2023 are averaging under 4%. Over the last 50 years, the stock market has returned an average of 10% per year. Of course, for many smaller investments, this yields it's often a pipe dream. By the time Joe or Jane average gets wind of a trend, it's over and done. And they often get the last dregs of the bonanza that the insiders already cleaned up on. However, there is one investment that you can make that has a 100% guaranteed rate of return, no matter the day, year, or decade you're in. This is called the 5-hour rule. This investment dates back to Benjamin Franklin. He devoted at least an hour a day, 5 days a week, on learning something new. According to an article in Big Think, the idea is that devoting an hour of your day to education exercises the mind, improves your skills, and rehearses great discipline. In education speak, the 5-hour rule gives us both knowledge and skills. How you spend this time, or the medium you use, is up to you. People in the baby boom generation, such as myself, grew up reading. Educational television was almost non-existent, and radio was for music or the news. Studies demonstrate that reading is still the most efficient way to learn and retain information. In fact, reading from a physical book creates better memory retention than reading the same material in a digital format. This is the result of paper's physical properties and the brain's desire to use visual geography or a fixed physical reference point when absorbing new information. Additionally, reading researchers cite a shallowing hypothesis, which theorizes that we unconsciously approach digital material with an attitude more akin to social media and entertainment, which convinces our brain that the information is not worth the mental effort needed to fully absorb it. So what about podcasts, YouTube videos, etc.? Although the research is still a little thin, early indications are that as learning tools, they don't stack up to reading. However, I'm not ready to dismiss that that's the case. Not yet, anyways. While researchers have found that reading maximizes mental focus, I believe that if a podcast or video is approached with the specific goal or objective of learning, it should be possible to boost your retention. Research also shows that our mind wanders more when we're listening to an audio than when we're reading. It's important to eliminate distractions and purposely focus on the task of learning. Also, when listening, we tend to fall into the bad habit of multitasking, which naturally will distract from your focus. Don't let anything dissuade you from learning. If you don't like reading, it's likely that you'll learn less. So by all means, utilize podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube, etc. As we proceed further into the third decade of the 2000s, it becomes more and more apparent that in the US, we have shifted firmly to a knowledge economy. The more you know, the more value you can provide to clients and customers. We've always operated on the premise that it's all about the Benjamins. However, as futurist Peter Diamandis proposes, we are undergoing a time of rapid demonetization, whereas money is not the single most valuable currency. The coinage of the future is knowledge. Ben Franklin recognized this 4 centuries ago when he said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to further discuss anything regarding this topic or any small business strategy, reach out to me at rich@speakingofsuccess.us. And before I forget, I'm excited to tell you that my book, Build Your Rep, is now available in paperback and ebook through Amazon. In Build Your Rep, I provide step-by-step guidance showing you how to immediately enable prospective clients to recognize what you do, how to quickly educate them so they fully understand it, and finally, how to persuade them that you have the solutions to their problems. I urge you to give it a read and let me know what you think. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. As I said, thanks a lot. That's it for this week. And hopefully, I'll be back to talk with you again next week. Take care. Oh, and before I forget, happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.